Darius Martin, who currently is out with injury.
Yes.
Hopefully soon will be back.
One would hope. He's been out about a year. He tore his ACL.
It's the worst. God, like the worst kind of if injury. I mean, any injury obviously is a bad injury when it comes for any pro wrestler to be taken out that long. But just when I hear the word tear, when it's combined with describing a muscle, I cringe each time. I mean, we all saw live when the quad tear on TV happened with Triple H. And
when two quad tears happened with Vince McMahon at the 2005 Rumble.
Although you wouldn't know, because he just like...
Although I recently heard, I'm not sure if this is true, because it's weird that I wouldn't have heard it until now, but that he only tore one of his quads when he slid into the ring. He tore the other one because he insisted on walking back to the back by himself.
Absolutely
and in the process
believe that.
tore the other.
I absolutely believe that.
Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't heard that until recently, but as soon as I heard it, it's like, yeah, no, that sounds about right.
He also crapped his pants, took them off, and chased Pat Patterson around with them. So that right there can tell you all you need to know about Vince McMahon.
There's a distinct possibility Vince McMahon is among the 5 scummiest people to ever walk the earth. Not worst, because he's, there's been, like genocide and stuff.
Yes,
but
like,
in terms of just like, ew.
Yeah,
there's
in
not
terms
a
of
whole
like
lot
like mass murdering people.
Yeah,
he's up there.
Yeah, he's like businessman evil, not like
for sure,
like murderer evil. So yeah, Darius Martin, his brother Dante's been killing it in AEW lately, and Darius has been rehabbing a knee injury.
I look forward to when when Top Flight returns, and what I trust is that they will be thrust right back into the tag team scene, because the last thing I want to see is like his brother getting jealous that he was getting more exposure. Like if it had been the other way around, I'm sure the same kind of push would have happened. Both of these guys are amazingly talented at bringing these fluid, high-flying spots out of nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, they were essentially luchadors before they went to AEW.
Oh, yeah.
Darius worked under a mask as something wolf. Airwolf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Airwolf.
The wolf dead. Very dated podcast reference at this point. We haven't used that outro in a very long time. And then there's Shelton Benjamin, 22-year pro, the pride of Orangeburg, South Carolina.
Didn't even show up in the Rumble last night.
Nope.
Not once.
No Hurt Business representation at all.
Nothing. just nothing. And that's why it kind of like, even though like stuff happened last night, it feels still like there was just a whole lot of nothing.
I mean, it kind of was. I mean, we mentioned before it started that there were 5 spots that hadn't been announced ahead of time, and they were Drew, Brock, I don't even remember who the other 3 were, but they were all like active members of the roster. At least the women's match had, Mighty Molly get squashed by Nikki ASH, and Ivory cutting her promo, and WWE legend Summer Rae. But there was,
who, as always, got like the biggest pop because everybody remembers exactly
blew the roof
who
off
she
the
is.
place.
Jesus.
I've never heard such a big reaction at the Dome at America's Center as when WWE legend Summer Rae showed up.
That you got a big laugh out of me when you said it's WWE Legends of Array.
Yeah. Man. Legends ain't what they used to be. But I guess if you were gonna bring in like legit legends, there's not a whole lot of those that aren't already on the roster.
Yeah.
Trish, Victoria, Jazz.
I mean, the funny thing is,
Medusa.
it's like, you notice that all the people who were kind of promoting themselves online saying, I'm available, and fans were like, let's see them. None of them got on the roster. None of them got on the call-up.
I was glad to see Melina again, even though that was a dumb use of Melina.
That was so odd.
Yeah.
And the way that, again, like, Sasha Banks was just kind of, well, she's gone.
Yep.
And no fanfare, like, just there.
Yeah, just a very odd evening of booking. Nice sunset bomb from Shelton Benjamin. Wild guess time. What do you think Shelton's highest ever placing on the PWI 500 is?
27.
9.
Whoa, okay.
In 2005, he was rated number 9.
Wow.
And then last year, he was all the way down to 445 before bouncing back up to 170 this year. But yeah, he was... Because that was the year he had his long Intercontinental title run. He had the match with Shawn on Raw. Then it looked like they were planning on doing something with him, and then they, didn't. But yeah, he won 3 times. He had the 24/7 title during the evaluation period. Had the tag titles for a few months. He's on his way back, but then also in the 7 months since the evaluation period ended, he's kind of fallen back off the radar.
I definitely, I think that his best match was still the one on Monday Night Raw against Shawn Michaels.
Oh yeah. Ooh, top rope code red almost from
Hey,
Darius
it
Martin.
worked.
And that's enough. It's upset for the Airwolves.